is terrible. That's how I look at things. And there are places like Southside, Crescent City, All-Star, many others who are still doing it the right way. And I urge everyone to give over their hard-earned £10 to those people, because it really does help pay for my drugs. I mean, flowers and candles and shit, you know.
I mean, when all the things about the British scene and everything what you've just said, I mean, it's amazing. You've taken time out to talk to us. I think it's a real honour.
Not at all. The honour is all someone else's, because we're all just on equal level of idiocy is what we are. I'm more than happy to talk about wrestling at all times. No. It may seem as though a lot of my opinions on it are negative. That's because there is a lot of negative stuff out there, but I always like to push the positive. And that's guys like Ligero, guys like Styx, guys like Big Bad Dave, just the best in this country. There are positives, and they're slowly crawling up through the filth, which is where I like to live, out in the filth. But there are guys like that who deserve respect, and they deserve some love from people.
Excellent. And just to finish up, have you got any funny stories from travelling?
I'm in no rush. All I'm doing tonight is downloading some entrance music for tomorrow. That's how exciting my life is on a Friday night.
Have you got any of the stories going up and down the road with any of your wrestling friends, anything like that?
I have millions and millions, but they almost all involve ruining Ligero's life and telling about the truth. By the way, just in case people are wondering, the amount of times I mention Ligero is because he's actually one of my best friends in this world. I constantly mention him promos on my website, on Facebook, and I like to run him down. I actually got someone asking a while ago, why do you hate Ligero so much? This is not the case. I actually think he's the second best worker in this country. That's right, Ligero, the second best. You're not the best, you idiot. If only you took that mask off, maybe I'd have some more respect for you.
Well, Mr. Manson, thank you very, very much for taking time out to join us. It's been an absolute pleasure, sir. And
no problems at all. I appreciate what you do. I quite enjoy the fact that you're... I looked on your website in your Hall of Fame, and who did you have in there? But you had Les Kellett in there. Now, that instantly made me like you.
He's one of my heroes. That's one of my personal choices. I worship them.
There's never been anyone better at wrestling in a comedy style than Les Kellett and Cat Weasel. Those two guys. Nobody since them has ever gotten anywhere near that level. I mean, not even half as talented or skilled as those guys. Same goes for the majority of the workers who people would have seen on World of Sport. Those guys are absolute light years ahead of us. This is not to put down our level, but to give our level something to aspire to. That is what British wrestling was at one point. To me, I've got no interest in Yank wrestling. I don't like it. I don't have time for it. I don't watch it. I don't want to hear about it. But British wrestling, it would be fantastic to get back to that stage where it was on television every week, where people knew these people, they were household names, everyone actually had some respect for this job, whereas now I'm embarrassed to say this is my job. Some of my work colleagues in my normal life, they don't even know I do this, because that's the level the wrestling has gotten to, thanks to just the last 20 years of rubbish. But 20 years ago, guys like Les Kellett, Rollerball Rocco, these guys, not Keith Myers, sorry Keith, but I hate you with every inch of my being. No, not really, I love that guy. But, that's right, Rock and Ryan Gold, Mr. Minton. At one point, wrestling was a proper, legitimate job that someone had, and it's fallen off the wagon massively and then been run over by several other wagons. But there are people bringing it back up. I like Alex Shane. I think he has some ideas. If someone with a business ground that could grab his ideas, stuff them back into his head and make him produce something amazing, we could have a hell of a thing going on here. But we kill ourselves sometimes, because as I said earlier on, I work for some of the absolute rubbish promotions, so I am killing myself in a way. But, you know, we all do in the end. Love kills slowly, as tattoos on T-Bone sometimes tell me. Yeah.
Stocko in the chat room just said, what cup size will you be wearing tomorrow night?
Well, actually, I've been preparing for this match for a week now, which is very unusual for me. Usually I turn up, see what happens, then just go out and do the same old rubbish again and again. But this one will be a bit different. I've actually put some effort in to my outfit, to my entrance, to my music, to everything. So this is actually one I've actually put some work into. So if you want to see what it's like when someone with a 10% level of creativity actually puts in 12%, then I suggest you all get down to Preston City Wrestling Guild Wars tomorrow night at the Lava Ignite nightclub at some point in time, probably about 9. I don't know.
Well, I think one of the things I've seen over the last few weeks, I saw this film called The Indie, where you was talking in that, and the film that they did about Preston City Wrestling.
Yeah.
See, it looked really, really cool. It really cool. I think there's one bit. Sorry.
I watched the trailer for that, but I watched it without sound because my computer doesn't actually have speakers, which I know sounds ridiculous, but that is the case. And it looks very well put together, very professionally put together. It gives an idea of what Preston City Wrestling, the level of production that they go for. I mean, he actually spends money on the nightclub looking good. He's got the best ring in the country. He has good lighting. Hopefully an entranceway or something like that soon would be nice. He's just shelled out for some new belts. He does put a lot of effort in that promotion. There are other, like, I've mentioned them several times, the PCW, Southside, a few of these places actually put a lot of effort into this. The way they look, they use guys with good bodies. They use guys who you aren't embarrassed to say you're a wrestling fan, if you know what I mean. Because there are an awful lot of wrestlers who go around just skinny children wearing trash bags. And that's, no one needs to see that sort of thing. So it is important. You know what I mean? You look, spectacular. You know what I mean?
I think the thing I've seen of it, the Indies, there's one section where there's a female wrestler. She's walking around the ring, and there's this guy, and he starts to stand up, and she just stares at him, and he's like, "Uh-oh," and he sits back down.
Excellent. I think the two ladies that they often use are Kaylee Ray and Carmel from up Scotland way, so it must be one of them. I think Carmel is the villain out of them too, so I imagine that will be her. All right, that's the good thing about that promotion is no one there is embarrassed to be a wrestler because they're happy to play up to the crowds and that sort of thing. And it's a really nice atmosphere to work in. It really helps us as workers put on a better show if the atmosphere is nice. You know,
right.
Like I love seeing the same guys. Like it's guys like Andrew Mortimer, the lads from the Pipe Bomb, Andrew Sullivan. Those are these guys who go to all these shows, and it's nice to see them because they will give you applause and love if you're good, and they will give you hatred if you're bad, which is what we want. That's our job. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's a lovely place to work.
So last thing tomorrow is you've got your training seminar. Is it 12 o'clock with T-Bone
12 o'clock till 12 o'clock until 3. I imagine Facebook will give people answers as to how much it is and where to go and what to do. I don't deal with that sort of thing. I just turn up and make some people get sick. It's myself and T-Bone, so you've got the mix of T-Bone with his excellent wrestling skills. I mean, the guy is champion in, I think, 6 promotions at the moment. Championships are obviously just a prop, but it means that 6 companies have said to T-Bone, we trust you to be our figurehead. So when people log on our website, they see T-Bone. When people come to our show, they see T-Bone. This is what you want in wrestling. You want to create a buzz about yourself. Bone has that buzz. What I bring to it is I've been around for 10 years. I've been wrestling full-time as my full-time job for 3 of those years. I'm no longer doing it full-time. For 3 years, wrestling was my only job. And it meant I had to get bookings, so I can tell people how to get bookings, or more if they're early on in their career, what to do in order to get those bookings down the line. That's my speciality, leeching bookings off people like Mo.
I've got a match for you. Because you've been undefeated in Southside Wrestling so long, and I've looked at your history, and you have got victories over this guy. What I've said to, I'm going to start petitioning for Ben to put you in the main event of the next Southside event to take on their champion Rennie Dupree because you've beaten him.
that is true. I've got a couple of victories over Rennie Dupree. I think I worked him in Irish Whip at one point in Dublin in Ireland. I'm not sure if I won that one, but I know that I beat him in one PW when I had Iron Sheik as my manager for some bizarre reason, and he had Prince Mo Medellin or Money Making Mo Montana, whatever he calls himself these days. He'd always be Mojo Pavito to me. But yes, I've worked with Rennie Dupree before. He's excellent. He's a rather large man. However, I would quite like to work T-Bone there, to be perfectly honest. Not that I wouldn't like to work Mr. Dupree, Mr. Yank or Canadian, whatever he calls himself these days. I would quite like to work T-Bone there because I have over 150 matches with the Bone himself, and we can actually do some pretty cool stuff. Like, mainly just making him look like an idiot by grabbing him by the nipples. But, you know, he seems to respond well and kicks me in the face, except when I lose my temper, which happens quite a lot, as he remembers one time on the camps. That's right. Elephants don't forget.
Oh. Well, I can honestly say this has been an absolute dream, and it's an honour. I've wanted to get you on this show since I saw you last November, and I just said, this is the one guy I want, and I'll do whatever it is to take it.
Once people see me once, they instantly want to get me, and that's not so much in a nice fashion, but usually involves, hey ma, get the getter, you know what I mean? That's what I'm talking about, Willis. Oh, yes.
Well, thank you very much for the time. It's been an absolute dream, and everybody in the chat room said the same thing. It's been an absolute pleasure to have what I call one of the best guys ever in British wrestling at this moment.
Well, thank you very much. It is most definitely a lie, but flattery deceives even me. Thank you for everyone in the chat room. Thank you for taking the time to log on a Friday night when you should really be looking at pornography or watching Beverly Hills Cop 3, which has just ended. Also, Red Dwarf is on Dave at the moment. I suggest you watch some of that if you want to. Yeah, that's right. Get over there. Actually, after the show, continue supporting British Wrestling Radio. Thank you for your efforts you put into this. I know you get no money from it. You get nothing from it other than some enjoyment with your friends, which at the end of the day is what the American dream is all about, probably.
Yeah, well, we've got a big announcement for what we're doing. Where we're taking it to the next level in July, and then we've got we're doing something with Callum Murray for his
excellent,
amazing,
excellent, fantastic. So, I was very proud to be part of the last PCW show, the one that raised some money for Callum, which I believe sent him halfway to America, sort of thing. So I believe he's somewhere on a raft in the middle of the Atlantic Ocean. So if you raise the rest of that money, we can hopefully get him to wash up on the shores of New York, which would be nice. Was
you part of the YMCA brigade, the famous YMCA?
No, I was not involved in that. That's right. Someone doing comedy without my say-so, I was not a happy man. No, I'm only kidding. I was involved. That was a Rumble, and that was starring G-Man, who is one of the greatest people in the history of the world. G-Man was heavily involved in that bit. I was there later on. I had some business with Dave Rain to take care of, which again I'll be doing tomorrow night in a never-ending booking, which just myself and Dave Rain just appear to never get booked apart, which is, incredibly disturbing for both of us.
Oh, well, thanks. Anyway, Mr. Manson, thank you very much for the time and pleasure.
You're very welcome. Take care of yourselves and each other.
I will see you in August at Huntingdon, my friend. Take care.
You will, most definitely. Take it easy. See you later. Peace in or out. Dead.
Bye.
Well, what can you say? I've just been made up, and that has just really, really made my life complete now. I have just had one of the guys on, and what's everybody think in the chat room? That has been one of the best interviews I've ever heard and done, telling everything as it is with British wrestling, and he was certainly predictable, wasn't he, Nixie?
Yes, definitely.
He is a top guy, and like he says, and we want to know if he does bring these t-shirts to this pipe bomb and everything tomorrow night. But it's like he says, there's a training seminar with him and T-Bone, and they're doing that tomorrow afternoon, and then they've got the PCW Guild Wars. And if you don't have a clue who he is, just search Madman Manson on YouTube or whatever it is. Go on his website, madmanmanson.com, and he's there, and absolutely amazing to see. I mean, this guy, like I said, this guy's wrestled. He wrestled Sheamus. He wrestled Stu Sanders, aka Wade Barrett, and Drew and McIntyre and stuff. He's an absolutely amazing kid, and one of the he actually puts. I've watched him put up the ring. I've watched him take down the ring. He puts in all the effort and everybody like that, and he's an absolute cool guy. He's an absolute dream. And if you want to know about Preston City Wrestling, go on YouTube, type in The Indie. It's a 15-minute film that shows you Preston City Wrestling. And you might even see some guys that you might recognise on there. But honestly, real cool. Absolute dream. Ah, dear.
Interesting to know where he's done his creative shopping for the show tomorrow, though.
Oh, it's not even worth it.
Where he's bought his props. But I feel I'd be opening a can of worms.
I didn't even know this until he's just said it. He's getting, just to say to someone, they're saying, oh my god, they're doing a male bra and panties match. Now, this...
I want to see it!
Oh dear.
I've always said that they should have done like a male boxers match. They've made women do it for years. This should have happened years ago.
It's just not worth thinking about. It's right. Oh dear. Right. Anyway, big announcement. I know I've said this in the chat room. Right. We're going to get this out of the way. On the 6th of July, British Wrestling Radio is going for a world record. I don't know if there's a world record in place, but we're going for one. For those who don't know, Callum Murray is a young lad who's in Britain, and he needs to get to America, and he needs to have some things done. I don't know exactly the full story because my mind has just gone completely blank. But it's what Manson's just said, Darren. He just said about him. He's halfway there. On the July 6th show at 11 o'clock, we're going to start, and we're going to keep going for 24 hours. So British Wrestling Radio is going to be on the air on the 6th of July for 24 hours, and it's going to be me, and I'm going to see if I can break the world record for the longest talking wrestling show in the world, and see if we can get into the Guinness Book of Records, and just see if anybody else has got the balls to take us on. But at the moment, 6th of July, we're doing a fundraising show for Callum, and we're hoping to raise lots of money for him, and we'll see if we can get on the thing. One wrestling show did 4 hours. Well, this is just a fundraising, so we're going to keep it going. I didn't know if anybody else had done one. I didn't know, so we're just going to do one, and there's going to be a total fundraising for Callum, and see if we can make some money for him and get him crossing to America to have his medical problems sorted once and for all. Which is going to be a long night.
Long day.
Yeah. And me. Dear,
yeah.
I just thought, the worst thing is I only thought it was 24 hours ago. This is it. I just sat here thinking, what am I going to do? What can we do for Callum? And we did, and I just come up with it, and I thought, yeah, I'll just we'll do the thing for 24-hour show. So in 5 weeks, 24-hour show. I don't know how I'm going to work it. If anybody can give me tips on staying awake and stuff, and I'm going to talk about stuff and things about it, and see how we go. And hopefully we'll get him lots and lots of money and stuff. But yeah, rock on. I'm a rocker. Anyway, right. The last week in wrestling. Last Sunday I went to St Neots in Cambridge to see a promotion that to see Mad Manson in action. Now, what I saw was more than just Mad Manson in action. I saw one of the best shows I have seen in my life. And this does not mean a disrespect to anyone, but it's one of the best ones I've ever seen away. And just love that one, Shredder. Love that one. And right, last Sunday I saw Southside Wrestling, which was at the Private Centre in St Neots. I paid my money, sat down, wore my T-shirt with my name and British Wrestling Radio on the back, which was signed by Doug Williams, which is now signed by a couple other wrestlers at the moment. But I'm going to see if I can get everybody to sign it. And we had, hiya Danny. The first match we had was a grudge match between El Ligero and Ego Dragon. Now, I started chanting at something, and I got the dirtiest look, Nixie, by some kids on the thing. What I mean by that is, these guys went at it in the ring, got the chair, and they went at it hammer and tongs. They went outside of the ring, they went in the ring, and one of the thing is, they had a merchandise table. You still there, love?
Yes, I'm still there.
Right. They had a merchandise table, and they had March Haskins and Marty Skrull had their stuff on a table as well.
Right.
And all of a sudden, Ego Dragon and El Ligero went towards this area, and you can see the look. I mean, Ben Old's wife works the merchandise and everything, and they got all these girls there and everything that were doing it. And all of a sudden, this step ladder appeared, and I'm like, uh-oh. And El Ligero put Ego Dragon on the table, and I thought, no way, he's not going to put him through that. You could see the women going, oh, please, no. No. We just put this table up. No, don't do it. Don't do it. Please, no. No. And next minute, Dragon jumped off. He went up the step ladder. Well, so you've got Ego Dragon and El Ligero on top of the step ladder, and then they just fell off.
Oh no!
It broke 2 tables. And next thing you saw was me standing at the top of my shouting, "Holy shit! Holy shit! Holy shit!" To which I got the dirtiest look from 3 kids in front of me, and I'm like, "What's up?" And yeah, ever see you? Shut up! And it was just amazing to see these 2 guys go through it. I mean, they got help to the back, and I know there wasn't no injuries, but wow, to see it was just like, Jesus, oh my God! and that's so. And then after that, we had the 2 guys that Mr. Manson just said about Chris Travis versus Styx. Now, Chris Travis was the face in this one, which I've never seen him before as a face, and Styx can cut a promo. He owned that ring. And everybody say hi to the wife. She's home. Hi, wife. Hello, wife. And so she said, and Nixon says hi.
Hi. My fellow Essexer. Yay!
Oh, wait.
Yeah!
Sorry, Josh. And so we had this thing with Styx, and he started doing a promo, and these people in the audience were shouting, "That's a necklace." And he's going, and he's looking at him going, "Yeah, whatever." And then this guy that was dressed like John Cena must be in his 40s. Must be in his 40s, easy, this guy. And he's shouting, "Who are you? Who are you?" And Styx owned him. He just looked at him and went, "Mate, turn around. If you don't know who I am, I'm on a poster behind you. There you go. That's me. There." Owned him. He just went, "Are you so stupid that you can't even look on a poster?" And he owned this poor lad. And it was just hilarious just to see Styx with his mic work. And him and Chris Travis had an awesome match. I was just blown away. And next one we had after that was Marty Skrull, Party Marty Skrull from Take Me Out versus March Haskins with a special appearance by Rockstar Harry. Now Nixie's thinking, who the hell is Rockstar Harry?
Sorry about the noise.
Nixie?
Yes.
You there?
Yes. Right. Yeah.
Well, Nixie's
listening to you tell your stories.
Right. Well, it's nice to have some comeback, you know. And so I just said, to watching it and going, I just said to him watching it, and March Haskins came out, and they had a Speed King match, and it was just watching it was just Marty Skrull did the British Bulldog tribute with a standing suplex in the middle of the ring, which was awesome, and these guys really wrestle. It was like, to see this live was just, I mean, Ben Old puts on a great show at Southside SWE, and every time he's raising the bar, and this one was really raising the bar. And I just said, I was just going, wow, this is amazing. And then we had the Money in the Bank match, and with Jonathan Gresham, Martin Kirby, Max Angeles, Robbie X, and Hollywood guy, and I forgot the last names. But that Money in the Bank match, it was different in a way because you didn't have the ladder in the middle, and you didn't have the suitcase in the middle. It was the first one to get a pinfall won, really. But that was a real. It was different. I was thinking, where's the ladder? Where's the ladder?
Yeah, because I was going to say, how does that compare to watching the WWE version of it? Is it better on the British scene than it would be in the sort of the current bigger promotions? Yeah. I was going to ask what you thought of that.
The Money in the Bank match at Southside was just as good because you had 6 guys that really could wrestle and entertain. And if you ever see Martin Kirby in a match, and you get to see Martin Kirby with Jonathan Gresham from CZW, it would just, to watch it live is just like, wow. And there's some people in front of me going, oh, this is bad WWE with this. And I'm like, if you're so far up WWE's arse, pal, just go out the room, because in a minute I am gonna knock you out, you know. I really was.
Get out the pram.
Oh, geez, do me head in. And after this Money in the Bank, we had a change because Rockstar Spud did a no-show. And we had... then we had the Predators, the biggest rising tag team in the world today in British wrestling, versus our very special guest tonight, Mr. Madman Manson, and Doug Williams. Now, to see the Chaos Theory finishing move from Doug Williams live is one of my highlights of my life. To see that finishing move done in person will live with me forever. Because as soon as he did it, I jumped out of my seat and went, Chaos Theory! Oh! This poor guy in front of me, I swear, he got soaked with the amount of sweat that flew off of me at that moment. But,
marking out.
40-odd-year-old bloke marking out. It was...
Yeah.
But, Mad Manson doing his stuff, and being him and Doug Williams, the most unlikely tag team you'll ever wish to see, but one of the best tag teams you'll ever see. And Doug Williams had this thing where he came out and did all the photographs for the kids, and he did the 3-hour. Everybody paid £3 to have the photograph took with Doug Williams. I didn't, because I was too busy chatting up the guy to see if I could get the British Bulldog DVD set for free. So,
oh god!
And the DVD set he's got is just amazing. RWM merchandising UK on Facebook. If everybody wants to see his DVD sets, he's got one of CM Punk. Everything from pre-WWE. Everything from pre-WWE.
All the Ring of Honor stuff and all the really old. I've seen some of it.
Oh, amazing, amazing. He's got he's got the Kane one. He's got an Undertaker one. He's got a Sheamus one. He's got Benoit versus Jericho one for Dan.
Oh god, they were great.
Amazing video DVDs, and amazing. And then we get to Vader, and we get to the main event of the evening. Now Rennie Dupree came out, and I chatted with Nixie about this. Now I had the misfortune of sitting about 3-4 seats away from the biggest tool in wrestling history.
Michael Cole's cousin. Somewhere along those lines.
This guy must have been like 35, 40. Got his 3 kids and his wife. And he thinks wrestling is real. You know, the type of person.
Me, damn it.
Rennie Dupree came out. Now, Rennie Dupree, as everybody knows, is from Quebec, Canada. Yeah?
Yep.
And, so
this makes him...
like... And I just said to him, watching it, and he's coming out, and this guy's shouting, "Go home, French frog. Go home, French frog." And Rennie Dupree's looking, and he's going, "Go and sit down and have a beer." And I'm like, but he's not French. I mean, he's French-Canadian, but he's not born in France. So I just looked at this bloke, and I thought, surely someone's going to say something here. And he's just going, French frog, and he's been really having a go at Rennie Dupree, really bad. I just went up to him and went, "Mate, he's Canadian." What? Fella, the guy's from Quebec in Canada. He's not French. All right. Yeah. 5 seconds later, French frog. French frog. I'm like, tool, get him away from me. Tool, I'm going to knock him out. Absolute dick. And he's always won in every show. And Rennie Dupree ended up winning the Southside title. And he beat T-Bone and Rampage Brown, who was a former WWE talent guy. And so we did that, and it was, honest to God, and it was an absolute dream to go and actually dream to watch it and stuff, and to watch it live and everything was an absolute dream to do. So if anybody gets the chance to see British wrestling, if anybody gets the chance to go, just go. Absolute dream to watch it and stuff, and that was my weekend. I hope everybody had a great time. I mean, next time at Southside, they've got their next event on the 23rd of June in Nottingham. And the one I'm going to next is Huntingdon, August 19th. We've got Davey Richards from Ring of Honor. And also, they've got Juventud Guerrera. but he's also said he's getting 3 or 4 more international stars across to do the Huntington show. So if anybody wants to come down again, I'm going to do it. I'm going to be in the pub before we go. We do have a little bit of a get together again if you want. Just get your tickets online at southsidewrestling.co.uk, and then we'll get everything going. Yeah, and everybody come up. I mean, I can't put it up in my house because my wife will kill me. WrestleMania, yeah. Again, no. August 19th, Huntingdon, Cambridgeshire, Davey Richards and Juventud Guerrera Wrestling. So, and I can't wait. I really can't wait for that one. And so,
tell you what, someone should record your responses, your markouts, I think, and stick them on the site. Whoever might go to that, whether I go, because eventually we will go to one show and I'm going to get a camera out and just put it on you, and every markout we'll get it on the site. I think that would be great.
It's not the fact that I mark out, it's just the fact I didn't expect it. I just did not expect to see. I mean, I've wanted to watch Doug Williams for ages, and I wanted to see him go and everything, and to see the Chaos Theory live was just made up for me. It's just like when you go and see when you used to watch Petey Williams in TNA, and he used to do the his finishing move, and that was just the best finishing move ever, and it was just amazing to watch it, and I just said to him, it was just a great time. I mean, it cost me £10 for the ticket last Sunday, and that was one of the best £10 I've ever spent. Ringside is £15 for Davey Richards, and guess who's paying 15 quid? Yes, I will be marking out that day. Stocko. The Juice owes me a pint. He knocked one out of my hands at Infinite in Liverpool last weekend. I had to call him a knobhead, to be fair. Oh dear. Oh dear. Oh God. Pipe bomb. Booing Juventud. Dear me. I thought he was Pipe Team Wrestling at title. Anyway. Right. Now, do what we do best. Here we go. If it wasn't him with us last week, announcement last week, we have Brendan Toll joining us as our Ulster Wrestling correspondent. He's joining us soon. He's not going to the PWU show this Sunday, can't do it, but unfortunately things have got to come up. But he's going to be cool. He's going to be an absolute dream, and I hope everything's all right with Brendan, and it should be all right and stuff. And where is everybody else? No one getting on in this and stuff, but. Oh dear, there we go. And we've got 12 in the Justin TV, so we're okay with that one. Nix is falling in love with my wife. So
yeah, I think Dean's wife is amazing. I love her. I think she's brilliant. She always kicks him up the arse at the right time.
She kicks me up the arse full stop. I mean, she's looking at me now. She's looking at me now going, what are you talking about here? You just doing me nothing. I'm just having a beer. My first beer in ages. But how is everyone? Hope you're going to have a good weekend. And we have got the phone line. The phone line is open. You're more than welcome to ring us up and join in the chats and chat anything about wrestling wise. If we talk about American wrestling, I'll cut you off. I'm only joking. Right. Today, we've had the All-Star Legends promotion. We had that today with Fit Finley and Mick McManus and Rollerball Rocco and Wayne Bridges amongst others. Okay, tomorrow it's official. You guys wanted it. Saturday, June the 2nd, 12 o'clock at the Lava Ignite nightclub in Preston. Preston City Wrestling will be holding a training seminar with Madman Manson, covering skills and showing you how to entertain and put limited. It is £10, and oh god, sound's gone again. Shit.
Yeah.
Oh, bollocks! Well, I'm glad it didn't happen other week. Oh.
No, yeah, it was really good in the Bulldog week, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Oh no, we're back. We're back.
All right. Okay, we're back. Oh, excuse me.
Oh God, he's starting again.
I've only burped. I needed a drink. the training seminar again with Mad Manson and T-Bone. £10 per person. It's limited to 20 places. It said there are 3 places left today. And payment should be sent to PayPal, Flooding99UK, yahoo.co.uk. The seminar will last for 4 hours and is open to all beginners and people with some experience can take part in the fun and the formal day out. People can watch for 3 people a person. So they're charging 3 people for people to watch him. That's alright. That's cool. And then tomorrow night we have Preston City Wrestling Guild Wars with the 30-minute pipe bomb, with also with the brand new radio superstars 30-minute pipe bomb. Lava Ignite Preston PR1 3BW. Doors open at 5:30. Preston City Championship. T-Bone will wrestle Bubblegum. We have Dragon Gate versus UK number 1. We have Alkira Tozwa versus El Ligero. Chris Travis versus Dave Mastiff. And we also have a Bra and Panties grudge match. Disco Madness versus Rain and Whiplash. We also have Dean Allmark versus Rockstar Spud versus Martin Kirby. We've got the Barroom Brawl with the Mob versus mystery opponents. And Rennie Dupree is taking on a mystery opponent as well. The card is stacked to hell and looks like a real cool one. Right. Yeah, Skype's looking like it's been a shit tonight.
Yeah.
Sorry guys, it's not our problem. Please don't worry. We'll sort it out. We'll put all the shows and everything. Also tomorrow, this is a free show. This is free, right? 1:30 in Runcorn, and we've had Runcorn's Rise and Fall show. Is now. We're gonna go. They're going doing a Queen's Diamond Jubilee celebration, and tomorrow at Runcorn's Grangeway Community Centre. It's a free show. Go down at 1:30. The show starts at 1:45. Okay. So we've got your back. Can anybody hear me still? If not, I'll repeat that again when we get back.
I hate Skype.
Skype is one of them.
Yeah, everyone's okay.
So get yourself down to a free show of Runcorn's Grangeway Community Centre. Alright? Then Sunday, the Superstar Britannia Wrestling Promotions return for the 3rd year running by a popular man to the Prestatyn Nova Centre. The Nova Centre is a large entertainment complex on the beaches of Prestatyn in North Wales. Sorry that my crapper thing gets you've got the babyface Pitbull versus Jim the Metal King. Ring of Honor superstar Jonathan Gresham will take on Lord Graham Thomas III. You got tag team action with the Wild Boys versus the Hunter Brothers. Joey Starr versus DJ King. Zach Gibson versus Tommy Gunn. And the Rookie Division Championship match, Craig Winters with another person to be announced. Tickets £5 each, available at the Preston Nova Centre ASAP. Now on Tuesday, we've got a new guys. These are, what are they? It's Varsity Pro Wrestling. So for students, we've got students. And it says here, the UK's #1 sports entertainment company returns to the Preston Guildhall with the very best wrestling action in the UK today. Flying in from Florida, teenage superstar Doug Williams will be in attendance, alongside the international superstar, the UK Kid, headlined by VPW champion Rob Holt. With special guest, World's Strongest Man competitor Rob Frampton to make a very special appearance, following his latest escapades in the World's Strongest Man. We've also got Mr. Moonsault, Jake McCluskey from Italy, Gino Giuseppe, Mexican high-flying sensation Icarus, performing his last ever fight in the UK before his contract starts with the WWE, and we also have the Zulu Warrior, and we've also got other matches there. Doors open at 7, show starts 7:30. That's the Portsmouth Guildhall. So there you go. And that will be on Tuesday, as Winter's Layers always said, hey, we're on Tuesday. And I'm not drinking coffee either. New York accents. And on Thursday, the 7th of June, they've also got another show at the Vine Community School and in Basingstoke. And Doug Williams also is doing this again, as well as also Rob Holt. And it's just the same thing as they've done before. So the cheap asses, they can't even write up a new schedule for me because they've given me the same one twice. Right. Tickets available on the door only, £10 adult, £8 kids. The Vine is in Basingstoke, RG24 9HL. So we've got Basingstoke, we've got Portsmouth, we've got one in Kent, which I put on the website, which I promised I would find a wrestling event for my friend in the chat room, and we got one for him. So we've got wrestling events in Kent now. And then we've got on Saturday the 9th of June, Elite British Wrestling presents the next event in its Riot in the Library residency at the Sheffield Library Theatre. The Night of Reckoning. Awesome wrestling night. We have Elite British Champion Triple D, Dangerous Danny Debris defends his title against the Mean Machine Mark Sanders. Mikey Van Riot challenges EBW Catch Champion The Pigman Andy Hogg in the first ever Only Count Outs count match. A tag team battle royal. Also appearing Team Spirit Joey D, Generate Playboy Joey D Generate, Playboy Johnny Midnight, Scott Rogue, Paul Parisot, Brett Bell, Maxi Million, The Real Deal Chris Ace, and featuring Chris Travis. And many, many more. Doors open 6:30, bell time 7, adults £5 and children £3 in advance. If you pay on the door, it's £7.50 and children £4 on the door. And then we go to the 10th of June. We've got GBW presents Carnage live from the Featherstone Working Men's Club in West Yorkshire. Don't know where Featherstone is? You turn left at Leeds and you'll see a load of pit heads, and that's where it is. You think I'm kidding? I've been to Featherstone.
I haven't. You're putting me off.
No, it's alright. It's a nice little. It was a nice little colliery town. GBW present. Doors open 2:20. Show starts at 3. £3 a ticket. Pay on the door. Reserve your seat free of charge by emailing gbwwrestling@hotmail.co.uk or get in touch with them on Facebook. Featuring Tiger McGuigan, Disco Wes, The Outbackers, Big Bad Albert, L.A. Austin, Ken Zen, Steve Mabinman, Skull Crusher, Ryan Lord, the GBW World Champion Louis O'Brien, and many, many more. I haven't finished yet. Stocko, I haven't even got no close yet. I don't believe this. 16th of June. We got training seminars with NCWA. They've got a training seminar again. I think it's with Doug Williams. They train every Thursday nights. And they've got the greatest mullet ever. You haven't seen mine in 1994, pal. I had the greatest mullet ever. And I put Shawn Michaels mine. My mullet was amazing. My mullet was so amazing. I stayed single for 4 years.
Mullet power.
Oh yeah, I had to be single for the rest of your life. Get a mullet. UK Wrestling on the 16th of June. UK Wrestling featuring Doug Williams and Rennie Dupree live from the UKW Thunderdome in Wakefield. Following the loss of control of UK Wrestling, we are still waiting for the sole owner, Prince Amin, to announce exactly what is happening on June the 16th. The show features all your favourite UK Wrestling TV stars, plus special guests for 2 episodes of Mayhem taped for My Channel TV. Announced for the show, we have Doug Williams in action, Rennie Dupree in action, former WWE EFCW superstar Rampage Brown, new WWE signing UK Wrestling Champion Val Cabos, and much more. Entertainment for the whole family and be a fully licensed bar and venue. So, and they've just said, Danny's just said 9th of June, Chris Travis, and on the 21st of June with Doug Williams. Training seminar with NCWA. Hit them up on Facebook for full details. We'll do that next week as well. And yeah, Rampage Brown is awesome. He was amazing. He's total brilliant guy. And UK Wrestling, the TV recordings take place at UKW Thunderdome, 46 Engine Lane, Horbury Bridge, Wakefield, West Yorkshire. And then we get into July, which I'm going to hold back on that because my throat hurts. And so, but that's June. That's all June. And anybody who says that British wrestling is dead, shove it up your ass. Shove it up. I don't give a monkeys now. British wrestling, it rocks, and it always will be. And stuff. So, I mean, when you get people like Rampage Brown and everybody going over and being a development talent, and it's going on. Right. And see how everybody else is doing and okay. And we're doing right now. USA chat. We're going to do a bit of USA chat, I believe. And if Daniel wants to come in and join us, he's more than welcome. The US chat, what do you reckon of the... just give Nixie a chance to speak, because this is what she knows about now. She doesn't know, she's not great on the British wrestling, but she's going to be. She's going to be. I'm
being educated.
Yeah, she's going to be stuck in the shells on British wrestling. There.
Oh, he's going to drive me madder than I am with that.
Yeah. I suppose you'll be buying the WWE 13 game with getting with CM Punk on the cover.
No, I won't actually. You know what? I actually haven't bought a WWE game since I got 2008 on the DS, and it was so hard on the DS that I sold it. And I haven't had one since. The best ones ever were WWF Attitude and SmackDown Just Bring It. They were amazing. 2000. We loved that.
I've got my favourite. I've just bought my favourite wrestling game of all time for the old Xbox, Raw 2. And I've been looking at all the wrestlers, and it's got Tenzai as Albert, and it's like, wow. And well, yeah, Albert with hair.
Oh,
and, so Albert remembers the favourite games. Everybody does it. Everybody in all the WWE, the WCW games, the ECW games on the old PlayStation 1. I think the thing that does me with WWE 13 or 12 is they've got to sort the servers out, because there's no point paying 40 quid for a game, wanting to play it online, and you're waiting half an hour to get on bleeding line with the bloody thing. It was an absolute joke, but stuff. NWO versus the world. Hey, all these games are coming out. It's superb.
The only thing I can't understand, why have they cut the top of Punk's head off on the cover? I can't understand that.
No. Maybe he's ugly.
I think he's ugly.
Yeah. Well, he's getting that way, I suppose. When you look at the 12 months of CM Punk, and you see what he was like 12 months ago and what he was like now, he's a shadow of what he was like 12 months ago. 12
months of what do you mean by that? Is it on... I haven't seen that.
Well, this time last year you had CM Punk cutting one of the... It was almost this time 12 months ago.
It's June 2011.
Yeah, you had CM Punk cutting the best promo ever. And he was a badass, and he was the famous pipe bomb. And he was like, look at me, I'm gonna screw everybody over. I'm gonna do it my way. I don't give a rat's ass. And now it's like, oh, I'm gonna do this. And CM Punk 12 months ago, awesome. No one could touch CM Punk 12 months ago. Now, because he was a heel. That's it. CM Punk is a heel. No one in this world can touch CM Punk. No one. Put him like in a baby face now. Ah, God, got to accommodate to the kids, haven't we? Do me necking. They've just made him like another one, and they're destroying him. And I want CM Punk back. I want the proper CM Punk back. I don't want this guy. You know. I mean, they're trying to recreate the Laurinaitis McMahon thing. I think the Laurinaitis Austin McMahon thing. And please not Punk versus Show at SummerSlam.
Yeah, that's what I've read.
Oh God, hope not.
Yeah, I was kind of on the fence about it too.
Gee, oh God, hope not. But that's me not paying for SummerSlam. Huh. Pay for the wrestling pay-per-view. Never.
Right.
Get back to it. This week in the world of USA Wrestling, we had the WWE suspensions going overdrive. We've now had, as somebody said in another thing, CM Punk has now had his past 3 WrestleMania opponents all suspended.
Yeah.
Rey Mysterio, Chris Jericho, and Orton. The thing with, I just think this thing business with Orton is he's a train wreck waiting to happen. And I just think at the moment now, these suspensions are going to get worse before they get better. I think it's just a way of saying to the talent and everybody, just saying, look, we still control the rope. You may get this, you may get the accolades, you may get all the things, but we still pull the strings around here. And if you mess up and if you do something stupid, you are going to lose out, and that's what happened.
Yeah.
So do you think Orton getting suspended is a cover up on some ways?
I would be interested to see, because it's actually his 3rd suspension.
Yeah.
You only get fired. Yeah. You only get fired after 3 drug fails, but his other one was an anger management one, wasn't it? Something like that. Bad conduct backstage. So I would be interested to see what road they'd have taken if this was his 3rd drug ban, whether they'd have fired him or not.
Yeah. JT just said it perfectly. Pipe Bomb did a show on the wellness policy, and I keep saying about this, and I keep saying for the Pipe Bomb, if you're going to listen to one show from the Pipe Bomb, if you just 2 shows you're going to listen about the Pipe Bomb, one is the wellness policy show, and the other one is the Benoit. Because I know I'm bigging them up, but they deserve it. The Pipe Bomb did 2 shows, and I promise you not. It's like what they said. They touched the subject people dream about. They did these 2. What the wellness policy show was off the chain. It was amazing. It was just to sit here and listen to these guys talk about the wellness policy in such detail as they did. It was amazing. And the Benoit show, well, what can you say? Off the chain. LCR Radio are going to be amazing. They've got a load of guys. They've got the best rising wrestling media people today. And that's Liverpool Community Radio and not London, okay? And we'll put a link up on there. They're on Tuesday, Thursday, Saturday and Sunday, 9 till 10. And I promise you this now, these guys rock. Okay, if you go on YouTube, the wellness policy is on there, and I think the Benoit episode is on there as well. And also the British Wrestling Media episode with yours truly in an interview mode with the Pipe Bomb. He said, nudge, nudge, wink, wink. But honestly, the wellness policy with them, I mean, you look at all the superstars now that's on their last warning. You've got, to my recollection, Mysterio.
Yeah.
You've got Orton. You've got William Regal.
Yeah.
Sin Cara's had one. Jericho's suspended, but not for that. It's the people that's on their last warning now. It's getting a bit touchy. Now, I mean, TNA must be saying, "Go on, take the drugs and come here. Take the drugs. Come on. I mean, we all know what happened with Rob Van Dam. Evan Bourne's another one. There you go, Evan Bourne, twice in like 40 days was him. Dear me, he just had to piss. He just had to piss anywhere when he was bleeding high on drugs. Dear me, if he peed on a lamppost, that lamppost would fly in the air. But the suspensions are just getting out of the head. Thank you very much to everybody for the feedback over the last 7 days. It's very much appreciated by me, by everybody, Daniel, everybody who do the stuff, who's here, and it's an absolute dream. And it's a nice one. Thank you very much. It really means a lot to me. And latest news to come out, I've heard this over the last, I think it's 24 hours. WWE are to unify the Intercontinental and the US titles within the next few months. So we're going to lose we're going to lose either Santino or Christian as a title holder. And, well, let's think, and it's not going to be Christian, is it?
No. They're not going to get rid of the Intercontinental title, are they?
No, I think they're dropping the US title.
Doesn't bother me.
Yes, and the last two things, I had I'm not going to say misfortune because I'm not spoiling it. I was fortunate to watch the live Impact show this morning. Did you watch it, Nixie?
Yeah, I watched it live last night.
Yeah. Let's just say, I'm glad they're doing it live, so there's no spoilers, and now we can actually see live events. But TNA, come on, you've got to step up, boys. Now you've got to do it. And I've been given an email address today of Joey Ryan, who was on TNA Impact last week, so I'm going to see if we can get him on an interview, which will be cool. And last thing, Nixie, I didn't ask you this because you wasn't here last week, but what's your opinion on Raw going to 3 hours?
When pay-per-views are 3 hours long, do we really want a Raw that's 3 hours long? Because then you know what will happen next. Pay-per-views will go to 4 hours, and WrestleMania will probably go to 5 hours. And is it really worth having a show that's that long? I mean, what more wrestling are we going to get out of it? When you think about it, they're going to have another hour. That means more adverts. That means more segments, more backstage segments, more in-ring segments, more talking. It's not going to improve on the amount of matches you get. I don't think so. It's just not worth it. Personally,
I just think, I mean, we all remember what happened. I mean, well, you won't, because in the 90s, and the Pipe Bomb guys might remember this, and everybody, it was the Attitude Era. WCW had Nitro for 2 hours, and then they decided to do a 3 hour Nitro. They was going to go 3 hours, and it killed it. It killed Nitro. If they kept it to 2 hours, it made you want to watch it again and again and again. 3 hours of Nitro was just too much. It was just way, way over the top. And I just think that 3 hours of Raw is not... When they used to do the specials, I mean, the draft and the other bits and bobs to do with the specials and the 1000 show and everything like that. We've... then I mean, Raw going 3 hours is like, yeah, okay, let's see what they do. As long as... I mean, the Divas will be 30 seconds long, no matter how much time they give him. So, Stockhorse just said it great. If they didn't have a pay-per-view every 3 weeks, it would be fine. Spot on, absolute spot on stock. And I just think, I mean, at the moment, it's evolving. I mean, TNA, they're live all summer, and I watched it, and I'm not going to spoil it with the matches that's announced and everything. But interesting is the way I'll say it. Interesting. It's gonna get me watching it for next week. Put it that way. And now Dixie Carter is asking every UK fan. Have you heard this? This is the latest one. Dixie Carter is now asking all the UK fans to email, text, Facebook, Challenge TV, so we can go live over here with Impact on a Thursday morning, on a Thursday night. So they come have TNA Impact on live instead of having wait until Sunday. And she's asking all her UK fans to do it.
I mean, it start at 1 AM.
Yeah, start at 1 AM. Well, it's only for the summer. Well, they've got the earlier time slot, haven't they?
Yeah.
See how they go. Rumour has it last night that Samoa Joe was escorted from the building. Did you know this?
No, I didn't. I haven't heard that.
Well, I got told this morning by my friend in America. Samoa Joe was escorted off the premises last night for fear of he was going to do something because it was live TV. And yes, I think Winter said it good. Yeah, Samoa's trying to get fired. And JT, yes, TNA have announced that their first member of their Hall of Fame will be announced at Slammiversary next week. And yep, everybody's talking about it now. I think with the TNA stuff and everything that they're doing, there's just 2 words. Every time they do something good, I mean, the gut check and all this one night network, one fight night and stuff like that. Great idea, but to come back with it is 2 words: Brooke Hogan. What? I mean, she says, I've been around wrestling all my life. I know what wrestling is. Look, I've been around wrestling all life, but it doesn't give me the damn right to go up to a promotion and say, excuse me, I've watched wrestling since 1974. I just think I deserve a shot I deserve a shot in a top promotion in the world.
She hasn't got a clue.
I mean, Brooke Hogan. Oh dear, she goes, I hope I've got some big. I mean, I'm spoiling it because this is what she said last night. I've got some big yellow boots to fill. No, you just got some big boots to fill. That's bullshit. No, my dad's passed away. Winterslow. No, my dad's not. My dad's not the boss. But I've watched. I mean, what gives her the right to go in there and tell Mickie James about wrestling, or Tara, or Velvet Sky, or Angelina Love, and all these other people, Katie Burchill, all these people that's in there? It's just not on. And they've just got a clue. Oh. You didn't know, Winter. You didn't know, mate. Don't worry about it. Anyway, we'll get back to it. Right. Big. Also, they just. What's next? Nick Hogan. I mean, no. Shall I say? Yeah. Okay, I'll say it. What's next for TNA? Nick Hogan gonna go for NASCAR driving skills. I mean, we've got Brooke Hogan teaching the knockouts. Why don't we have Nick Hogan teaching them how to drive around the NASCAR tracks? I mean, Nick Hogan can drive a car, can't he?
No.
Well, you don't. Well, if you've read the stories from the past few years, you'll know the irony behind that comment.
Yes. No, I think I've got a good idea of what you're saying.
Mm. Yeah. Bring back Kevin Jarrett.
No.
Right. Well, just to recap everything that's happened tonight. If you've missed it, we've had Mr. Madman Manson. We had the pleasure of Mr. Madman Manson on the show. An absolute 5-star interview. It was an amazing interview to listen to him. We're going to put it on YouTube. As soon as this finishes, I'm going to download it and put it on YouTube straight away. So we don't have to worry about that. And we got the big announcements happening over the next few weeks. Just remember to check out the Pipe Bomb next Tuesday, on Liverpool Community Wrestling, Community Radio. First ever show next Tuesday night, which I will be doing so myself. July 6th, for people that have just been in the chat room and don't know, July 6th we're going to be doing a 24-hour marathon broadcast. Well, I will be. And very simply, we're going to learn. It's going to be me broadcasting for 24 hours to raise money for Callum Murray on the Facebook page, and we're going to see if we can get him loads and loads of money, and send him to America. And that's going to be a big night, because for 24 hours we're going to be talking wrestling. And there might be, I think the rules are going to be, I can talk wrestling for a couple hours, but then there's going to be like a 10-minute segment for me to go to the toilet and get something to eat and then come back. So it might be a 10-minute promo from YouTube or something like that. It'd be very much appreciated if you did. That's all I can say. It'd be very much appreciated. But it's going to be an interesting night. Just
get a... no, it's disgusting.
No, to collect the money in.
Oh.
Not, oh dear God.
I thought we meant the other thing.
Yeah.
Something and he would say.
She's just laughing her bloody head off over here now. Dear God. Oh. Yeah. And if anybody's got stuff, we're going to set up the charity site and everything and get it up and running. So July 6th, BWR goes 24 hours. I'm going to be knackered. I know that. Yeah. And that's it, really. We're now at enough. No, I'm not going to puke. I'm not going to puke. No way.
He'll probably be doing some burping and farting, though. I wouldn't put that past him. No,
I'm banned from having beans in my house now.
No, it doesn't mean you won't be doing it that day.
I'm not banned from having chili and stuff. But before we go, I know he's in the chat room. Good luck to Quebec Ice V tomorrow, because he's having his first car expedition in his Jaguar, I think he is. I can't wait. I hope he has a real nice weekend. He deserves it. He's a cracking lad. He makes sure our show runs smooth, and I can't do this without him. I really can't. I love him to bits, and I know a lot of people love him. Affectionately known as Vendetta. I know he gets some stick in other places, but I love him, and I really do. I think he's an absolute gent, and he's a star for what he does, and stuff. And there we go. You got anything to add, Nixie?
I don't think so at the minute. Sorry, I was off last week. Really couldn't be helped. But that's all I've got to say at the minute.
Yeah. Also, don't forget, Preston City Pro Wrestling Ulster. They've got a show on Sunday at the Balmoral Hotel, and so we've got that as well. We're trying to get Rennie Dupree to come on because he's over here for a few months. I know Ben Old's suffering already in his house already. He's really suffering, the poor man. But there we go. Many thanks to everybody who's listening. If you're in the Justin Tot TV chat room, which is 14 of you, thank you very much. Also to Asa, what would I do without you, man? See, we got rid of the bad apple. We got rid of the bad apple. Not coming on my places and sending me hate mail and everything. Oh, Orton fan, what do you think of Alex Shelley, and do you think Chris Sabin? Well, we didn't do the questions. Sugar, we didn't do the questions. What do you think about Alex Shelley, and do you think Chris Sabin will follow him? I think Alex Shelley going is one reason. Hulk Hogan. He said it publicly. He's not happy with the way that Hogan does things, so he's left. And if Sabin's got any idea about him, he's going to follow him.
Yeah. And
he's not certain he's going to WWE. He's going to Japan. He's going to Japan first, and he's doing some tours. He's going to do what he wants to do. And he's going to Japan. Then he might be going. He's had contact from the WWE because they're going to go with the cruiserweights for this WWE network. Yeah. And for those who weren't here last week, I said about we had a bad incident on the website, and it comes to a stage where I had to ban somebody. Not proud of it, but when you start bad mouthing the staff of British Wrestling Radio, and you start trying to calling us every name under the sun and being really personal and hurting ourselves, then I'm sorry, but I don't want you nowhere near this station. I don't want you nowhere near the Facebook page or anything like that. So this person has been banned. YouTube, Twitter, Facebook, the whole 10 yards. He's gone. It pained me, it hurt me to do it, but I'm not having that person hurting other people that I class as my friends. I'm refused for that to happen. All right?
Yes.
That's and everything. What's up?
No, we're up on the fans front with 490 now. 10 away from 500. I didn't realise that.
Oh dear.
10 more. 10 we get a nice round figure.
If we get 500 and the stuff, so everybody's cool. Thanks very much. Listen, without this show, without you guys, we wouldn't be nothing. Thank you to Asa, to Brendy. Thank you very much. Look, 2 members of staff in our chat room. CM Punk Fan UK, thank you very much, my friend, for joining us. It's very much appreciated that you took the time out to listen to us. To Danny, hope everything's going well with Sheffield. To JT, very best of luck next week, my friend, and I hope everything goes well for you. You deserve it, you really do, and have a great time at Preston City Wrestling tomorrow. To Orton Fan, I told you I would find you a Kent Wrestling show. I told you, and I got you one. To Daniel, what would I do without you? I don't know, everything. And to Winters, thank you very much for taking the time out from America. It's amazing, thank you very much. For Nixie, thank you very much. Daniel for the producing. Thanks to everybody. But this is British Wrestling Radio signing out once again. I'm going to be in the chat room for a minute, so we're going to see what happens. Okay. On behalf of everybody, it's BWR saying thank you and good night.